It's time now for the PHL 6 o'clock news for this Wednesday evening, April 8th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins, and your 6 o'clock news headlines here. A top story here at 6 o'clock here is George Donovan is guilty of all 30 counts of the Boston Marathon bombing this afternoon here. As in the sound well of courtroom number 9, a clerk read out the verdicts. Guilty, guilty, guilty. The word echoed in the courtroom as the clerk pronounced it 30 times, once for each of 30 counts. The officer charged with murder in the shooting death of an unarmed black man in South Carolina has been fired as anger continues to build around the case. In Milford, New Hampshire, Republican Rand Paul on Wednesday defended his foreign policy views following a nationally televised interview where he will push back on suggested he had shifted on issues like aid to Israel and whether Iran poses a threat. Jack Nicklaus is 75 years, but he flew the crowd Wednesday at the annual Masters Par 3 contest, making a hole-in-one on the 4th hole. Members of the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee were divided at the mid-March meeting over whether to raise interest rates in June or whether to wait a bit longer, but they remained united in the expectations they would raise rates gradually. Rory McIlroy and Tiger Woods prospects at the 79th. Masters begin from very different places as each hopes to make his own form of history in this week in Augusta. In Jalban, Afghanistan, an American and an Afghan soldier were killed on Wednesday when a firefight broke out between Afghan and NATO coalition forces at a compound where a senior U.S. official in Brussels could only look on as Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras met Russian President Vladimir Putin during a visit to Moscow on Wednesday. ISIS on Wednesday released more than 200 Yazidis, a minority group whose members were killed, captured, and displaced when the Islamic organization overtook the towns in northern Iraq last summer, officials said. When hundreds of Islamic State militants muscled into the Yarmouk region on a refugee camp last week and planted their black flags amid the charred, blown-out buildings, it is the latest trial for the remaining Palestinians who for 2 years and endured a suffocating. A relatively large turnout of voters turned out Tuesday. The 2 more black members in the council in Ferguson, Missouri, on the city council. This could be a step towards racial healing in the town. Catherine Cortez Masto, a former Nevada Attorney General, will run for U.S. Senate in 2016 as the successor to Senator Harry Reid, who is retiring here. Washington, Democratic Representative Lois Capps, in her 10th term representing a congressional district along California's Central Coast, said Wednesday that she will not run for re-election. In White Plains, New York, a woman convicted of fatally poisoning her 5-year-old son with salt in his hospital feeding tube got leniency in a murder sentence on Wednesday because she has a mental illness that she has refused to acknowledge, the judge said. In London, petroleum giant Rodet Shell PLC has agreed to buy BGP Group PLC for about $70 billion in a deal that will create the world's largest independent producer of liquefied natural gas and amid a historic downturn in energy prices. In New York, Perigo Company PLC's options attracted an unusually large bullish bet days ahead on an offer from the generic drug maker Mylan NV. Alcoa Incorporated, the largest U.S. aluminum producer, reported first quarter earnings that beat analysts' expectations up to the price of the metal rose amid increasing use of auto and aerospace companies. Okay, let's take a look at the stock market report here. Dow 17,902.51, up 27.09. S&P 500 closed at 2,081.90, up 5.57, and NASDAQ closed 4,950.82, up 40.59. Solution that comes according to wheelchair and chains for rubber case as his lawyer Matt Fletcher said Ford has put Knight in a chair and chained him down as part of a ploy to humiliate his client. Barry Manilow is officially off the market as the same one-year-old crooner and longtime manager Gary Kipe 667 Wet, as source told E! News on Wednesday. More than a century after Brontosaurus was crossed off the official list of dinosaurs, and international team of paleontologists has restored the iconic name to the Blueberry family tree. The therapy with a human antibody appears to reduce levels of HIV virus in the blood test of blood for at least a month, a preliminary research suggests. A quick action single-dose Ebola vaccine is safe and effective in non-human primates and may lead to a new human vaccine. Geneva, 30 confirmed cases of Ebola were reported in West Africa in the past week, the smallest number in nearly a year of the worst ever outbreak of the deadly fever, World Health Organization said on Wednesday. Police in Amherst, Massachusetts are asking for the public's help locating for a missing elderly man. And now look at the sports. There, Chris Copeland of the Indiana Pacers was stabbed after leading a trendy New York nightclub early Wednesday in two Atlanta Hawks, who had just finished a home game hours before. The incident were among those arrested, according to police. Justin Verlander officially went on the 15-day disabled list Wednesday, and the Detroit Tigers called up left-hander Kyle Lupstein to take his place in the starting rotation. Tonight, the Boston Celtics squad against the Detroit Pistons at Detroit. Boston Red Sox will take on the Philadelphia Phillies down in Philadelphia at 7:05 p.m. The Boston Bruins will be taking on the Washington Capitals down in D.C. at 8 o'clock. Major League Baseball scores were played this afternoon. The Detroit Tigers pound the Minnesota Twins 11-0, while the Chicago Cubs blanked the St. Louis Cardinals 2-0. Here, the Wheaton Lions lacrosse team defeated the Emerson Lions 18-6 at Wheaton College. At Citadel Stadium, it's Wheaton Lions defeat the Coast Guard Bears in 5 innings because of the rain, 9-3 here. In the men's tennis, Wheaton fallen at MIT Engineers 3-0 here. And tonight, the Wheaton Lions men's cross will be taking on Roger Williams University. Game time 7 o'clock. Peter Channel News Times now 6:07, and it is time now for a travel report here on this late. On this Wednesday evening here, take a look at 95, and it's slow from Route 1 in Sharon all the way up to after 495 in Mansfield here. Route 24 in the southbound side is backed up from 120 and Randolph all the way up to Route 27 in Brockton here. And Route 3 in the southbound side, slow around the Braintree split here. Route 128 on the southbound side is backed up from 225 Lexington all the way up to the Braintree split. A big backup on 128. 129 on the northbound side, it's slow from the split all the way out to Route 24 in Randolph here. And then 129 on the northbound side is backed up for Highland Avenue Needham all the way out to Wakefield here. So expect some delays here. 185 on the southbound side, slow from 85 in Milford all the way out to Route 126 in Bellingham. So expect some delays here. Mass Pike on the westbound side, it's backed up from Logan Airport all the way up to Framingham here. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, slow from the Austin Burton tolls all the way up to Logan Airport here. Southeast Expressway on the southbound side, slow from the Pike down to the split in Braintree. Southeast Expressway northbound side, slow from Doctors all the way down to the Mass Pike. Route 93 in downtown Boston, slow on both ends here. Route 2 in the eastbound side, slow after Route 16 in Belmont, down from Fresh Pond Parkway in Cambridge. 93 on the southbound side, slow from Similar Square in Somerville down to the Zakin Bridge. 93 in the northbound side, slow from the Zakin Bridge all the way up to Route 129 Reading here. 93 in the northbound side, slow from 133 in Andover in the northbound side, 93 all the way out to 110 in Lawrence here. Route 3 in the northbound side, slow from Route 128 in Burlington all the way out to Billerica here. 185 in the northbound side, slow from Route 38 in Chelmsford all the way up to Tewksbury. 185 southbound slow after Route 133 in Tewksbury all the way up to Route 3 in Chelmsford here. 195 in the northbound side, slow after Route 93 in Andover all the way up to before 213 in Methuen here. Everett Turnpike in the northbound side, slow through Merrimack, New Hampshire. 93 in the northbound side, slow after Route 128 in Derry all the way up before 293 in Manchester here. And Spalding Turnpike a little slower around the Newington stretch here. 495 in the southbound side, slow from Route 9 to the Pike in Westboro here. 95 in the southbound side, slow from 126 in Providence all the way to downtown Providence. 95 in the northbound side, slow after Route 10 in Cranston all the way down from downtown Providence. 195 westbound side, slow from East Providence down for downtown Providence. 146 northbound, slow from 295 in Lincoln all the way up to North Smithfield there. And the Newport Bridge, slow in both ends there. And the Borden Second Bridge is a Milan fine here. And look at the MBTA. Civil Line, SL1, SL4, and SL5. Experiencing minor delays due to traffic here. And on the commuter rail, Needham Line, train 622, 5:37 p.m. from Needham Heights. Delayed today due to Amtrak 15 to 20 minutes. Needham Line, train 623, 5:23 p.m. from South Station. Delayed today due to Amtrak 10 to 15 minutes. And Needham Line, train 620, 5:02 p.m. from Needham Heights. Delayed today due to an earlier mechanical problem, 15 to 25 minutes. And Providence Stoughton Line, train 921, 5:15 p.m. from South Station. Delayed today due to Amtrak 10 to 15 minutes. And Providence Stoughton Line, train 817, 5 p.m. from South Station. Delayed today due to Amtrak 20 to 30 minutes. And take a look at a Peter Channel News Time, 6:11 time now for weather report here. And looking outside, it is raining, cold, and raw. So that's why I had to leave the track meet and follow the lacrosse game, but had to stay here because it is rainy, cold, and raw. Our forecast of the night go like this. For tonight, light rain before 3 a.m. Low around 33 degrees. Northeast wind about 8 to 11 miles by gusts and highs. 25 miles by chance of precipitation is 8% new precipitation amounts less than 7 inch possible. Thursday, drizzly skies with cloud skies high about 42 degrees. Northeast wind about 10 miles by gusts and highs. 21 miles per hour. First night, light rain before between 2 and 3 a.m. Otherwise, cloud skies with patchy fog with low around 37 degrees. East wind about 3 to 8 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 6%. New precipitation amounts of between a 10 and a quarter inch possible. For Friday, chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible after 11 a.m. Patchy fog before 11 a.m. Otherwise, cloud skies high about 58 degrees and light southwest wind increase to 5 to 9 miles per hour in the morning. Chance of precipitation is 30% and new rain 5 miles less than 10 inch possible. 7 miles possible in thunderstorms. For Ant, chance of showers mainly before midnight. Mostly cloud skies low about 45 degrees. Southwest wind about 7 to 9 miles by coming west after midnight. Chance of precipitation is 6% or 50%. Saturday, most sun skies high about 57, low about 36 degrees. For Sunday, southern mostly coast skies high about 61, low about 39 degrees. Monday, most sun skies high about 65, low about 45 degrees. And for Tuesday, hot sun skies with a chance of showers. High about 64, low about 47 degrees. And chance of precipitation, 30%. And for Wednesday, chance of showers, hot sun skies about 58 degrees. And chance of precipitation is 30%. North temperature setting at 39 degrees with light rain. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 6 o'clock news on this April 8th, 2015 on a Wednesday. People say have a good evening with a good positive attitude. I'll see you for a late night report after Sports Minute. Have a good evening.